What's going on, guys? Welcome into another episode of Mavs Latest. And on today's show, we're of course going to be talking about the Suns game versus the Mavs, some other rumors going on out in the league, and is Dirk about to become an owner? All that and more coming up next. Well, we start with the Mavericks versus the Suns, and it's another story of the same thing that we've seen. We've started off slow. We pick it back up. We make it a close game. It's definitely within reach. We just don't have that killer instinct and can't close the deal. Unfortunately for us, we take the 111 to 120 loss. If you're team tank, then you're all for the loss. Now, Najee Marshall, 31 points, leading the way here. Off the bench for some reason, though. And I think we're starting to see the signs that, Jason Kidd's going to start experimenting again with these guys to see, who's going to be here next year, who's not going to be here next year. So, Najee Marshall again off the bench with 31. Cooper Flagg, 27 points in this one, 8 of 20. So not exactly the most efficient, but still a really good game from him. If you're just looking at box scores, you're thinking, oh man, but you weren't seeing him play super physical, showing that he can play that way. And one guy that was playing that way that was pleasant to see was Chris Middleton. Welcome to the Mavs, Chris Middleton, 13 points. 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, only 1 turnover. Wasn't the best game for him, but for a guy that's coming in and trying to figure out a system, I was pretty happy with it. And the other guy I was happy with in this one, Marvin Bagley. And again, when the trade was made, I said this was the guy that I was happy we were getting. 24 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 4. Unfortunately, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. He's normally a 70% shooter. 8 rebounds, 2 assists, only 1 turnover, 1 steal. So a good outing, no steals, 1 turnover. That turnover was Najee Marshall's. Sorry about that. Marvin Bagley is showing that he can be a solid piece. Maybe not the starter just yet, but if we're being honest, man, PJ has just kind of floundered. He hasn't been quite what we needed him to be this year. Hopefully that's just a this year thing. He'll, of course, be here unless we trade him at the draft or anything like that. He'll be here next year for us. When we look at the rest of the team, though, man, Gafford did not have a good game. Tyus Jones did not really have a good game. He barely played in the second half. B-Will, my thing of him has just been he's a head down, rush the basket, try and get a layup. He's not really looking to facilitate. He's not that kind of point guard. And he will never be that kind of point guard. And that continues to be the case. Martin, he left. He's been getting, quality minutes. He's been starting at that. But not this time. Coming off the bench, only 11 minutes for him. But again, he left the game. So, I don't know. This one kind of all over the place. Again, I think we're just experimenting to see who we got. In other news, Dirk Nowitzki he had to have his spokesman come out and tell the Steinline that he is not a part of the investment group headed by former Mavericks GM Donnie Nelson that's in talks to buy a basketball team franchise in Italy. Now, the reason I bring this up is, one, the ever-evolving European basketball game has now got somebody like Donnie Nelson looking to invest over there. So you wonder who else is involved, who else is going to be investing in that. Number 2, does this mean Dirk might be in the investment group with Mark Cuban? We'll get into that after this break. Now, fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Today on Underdog, I'm looking at that San Antonio Spurs Golden State Warriors matchup, and Victor Wembanyama. They have him at 11.5 rebounds. I'm going to hit the higher on that one. I'm also looking at Devin Booker with the Phoenix versus OKC game. They have him at 32.5 in points, rebounds, and assists. I'm actually going to hit the lower on that one. Now download the app today and use promo code BasketballFan to save $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code BasketballFan. Underdog. Make picks. Win money.
Must be 18 plus. 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska. 19 plus in Colorado for some games. 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/play and get terms DFSTML for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 helpline at 1-877-8 or text from 467-369.
Welcome back in, guys. And yeah, you heard it right. I'm sure you've heard it. If you're a Mavs fan, you already know. Mark Cuban is in rumors about buying back the Mavericks. Him and a unnamed investment group, we don't know who the backers are quite just yet, are rumored to be in talks to try and buy majority shares of the Mavericks back. I think that most of us would welcome that. But this goes to my final point. This is a domino effect kind of thing, I think. I think the ownership group now sees the NBA expansion vote in the summer coming, with Vegas and Seattle the two teams that are reportedly top of the list. Now, Dallas or Texas is not going to be legalizing gambling anytime soon. So, could they potentially sell back to Mark Cuban and go be the owners for the franchise in Vegas? I 100% think that that's going to be the case, because why would you want to stay here? We saw even now they're getting booed at the games and everything like that. So why be the pariah here in Dallas when you can go be the heroes that brought basketball to Vegas, and then you could build your casino and everything that you want to do there if you're the ownership group there for that Vegas expansion. So I don't think any sales are going to be announced. I think they're going to probably put a pin in it and talk to the NBA and say, look, hey, if y'all do vote yes, we're going to try and make some deals happen very, very quickly to become part of that ownership group. But unfortunately for us, we're just going to have to wait and see just how they vote this summer, and then the dominoes will proceed to fall. That's going to do it for this episode. So whether it was your first time, your next time, make sure it's not the last time. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.